Good morning, thrifters. It is Marie from Flippin' in Phoenix, and I am going to show you my shipping today. I just got it all pulled, and for the weekend, there was a few things I did ship on Saturday. I sold on Poshmark a pair of pink Steve Madden boots. What were they? They were cost me $13.50 from Last Chance. If you guys remember, I talk about Last Chance. It is a Nordstrom's outlet, not outlet, a Nordstrom's, I guess it is an outlet thing. It's set up like Goodwill. It's over near the Glendale area. And if you haven't been there and you do clothing or shoes, especially shoes, I would highly suggest making a trip over there, especially on a Friday or a Saturday when they do 80% off of their colored tags. It's set up like Goodwill. They have color tags every week. They switch it out on Sunday, and on Friday, Saturday, they do 80%. The rest of the week is 50% off of that color tag. And so those boots that I bought were $13.50. I sold them for $76. The fees were $15.20, so I made a profit of $47.30 on those boots. They sold Saturday morning, and this person messaged and said, hey, I need these by Wednesday. Can you please ship them today? So I had to get them shipped out. But I wanted to make sure I put that in there. So let's see what else I did. My daughter actually is in Tennessee right now. She left yesterday, and she's going to New York tomorrow. And so I had to ship her stuff this morning, so I'm a little bit later. She actually had 5 things to ship. One of them was a Versace handkerchief that she had found at a store, at a estate sale for like $3, and it sold for, I think, $85. So she's making money while she's on vacation. So anyway, all right, let's see what we have to ship today. Let me get some of this other stuff out of the way so that I have a little more room. Normally I have this whole table for myself, but because I pulled all my shipping stuff, that's what all this is over here. Normally I just do one at a time, but I want to make it easier for you guys. So let's start with this. So this is a Disney belt, and this was actually in my closet. I went through my closet and I'm like, hey, I don't wear that. So it didn't really have, I don't even remember how much I paid for it, but I just put that it's personal. It sold for $16.95. There was $2.60 fees, which means it was a $10.35, but I do have to take shipping out of that because it is eBay, and I won't know what that price is until I put it in there. So just know that the eBay stuff, I can't give you the exact price that I'm going to be, my exact profit, because I haven't actually shipped the items yet. So, but just like always, I put it in a nice clear plastic bag. I have all different sizes of these clear plastic bags. I get them from Amazon. I'm trying to make an Amazon thing where I can do referral stuff so I can show you guys where everything is at. But, and then I'm just going to put it in my little eBay padded envelope. These are ones that I get from having a store. Once a quarter, you get a shipping coupon. So that's where I get the eBay branded supplies. So that is that one. So I'm going to put that aside so that I can get labels for it in a little bit. All right. Let's see. What do we have next? Next I also sold this on eBay. These are cold therapy gloves. They are pretty heavy. I'm probably not going to make much on these, and I probably wouldn't buy them again. They cost me $6.79. I think I got these at Goodwill. They are brand new. They sold for $38.94. Fees were $5.56. So the profit is $26.59 minus shipping. It's going to depend where they're going to. If they're going to California, Texas, Colorado, Nevada, then it's not a problem. Then it will be worth it no matter what. So let me, first of all, just like always, got a clear bag for them. Why do I put them in a clear bag first? Because anything can get wet. If a box gets wet, just because it's not wet in Arizona, doesn't mean it's not wet in Washington or wherever else they may be shipping to. So I always have to take that into consideration, and I need to try and find a box that will fit. Will that fit? Will it fit? Ooh, I don't know if I can make it fit or not. Let's see. Actually, let's just do it this way. Yeah, I think I can make it fit. I'm not too worried about having a lot of space on these ones. This is my paper tape dispenser. I really like it. My husband uses it sometimes. My daughter can't stand it. So it's all about what you like. They still like the clear tape, which is fine. There's no right or wrong when it comes to that kind of stuff. It's whatever works for you. And so now I just need to put a little bit of filler in there because the box is a little big and I'm not going to resize this one, I don't think. Let's just see if this will even fit. And it does. All right. Now I could resize this box if I really wanted to. I'm just not going to. Whew. There's a little gap, but that's okay because I got paper tape so I can cover that gap right up. You'll never even know. One thing you can't really do as easily with the clear tape is cover gaps in boxes. There you go. But you know what? And I need to, where did my little thing go? There we go. I'm going to put this on the top so that I know what it was. There we go. Let me put this over here. I'll be right back. All right, now we're clearing some things up. Okay, so this is some Luminous airbrush makeup. I actually found these, I think last week I packaged some of this up as well. This is one lot that I had with 3 of them, and I have another lot that has 2. I actually purchased a box full of this stuff at an estate sale for $10. And then I separated it out by color because there was multiple different colors. It just so happens these are both color 020, and I had 2 different lots of them. They did sell to the same person, so that's good. I can combine that shipping. This one lot right here, when I separated them out, I went, okay, how many lots do I have? And then I divided that by how much I paid, so it was $1.42 per lot. So this one right here, if I paid $1.42, it sold for $39. Hi, Katie. It sold for $39.94. The fees were $5.66. My profit is about $32.86, less shipping. However, like I said, I do get to combine the shipping with this one. This one, cost of goods, $1.42, sold for $34.94 for just these 2. $5 of fees, profit $28.52. It's going to cost me less than $6 to ship these together, so that is good. So I'm probably going to be making at least $30, $40, $50, $55 profit on these just from those 2. And like I said, I had a big lot. I've already sold some other ones. So let's get these all wrapped up. I'll keep them in their separate bags just so whoever gets them can see that they were kept that way. I'm going to bubble wrap them. Yes, it's makeup. I don't need to bubble wrap it, but I'm going to. And then I'll put them together in one bag. How are you doing, Katie? How was your sales this weekend? Hopefully you had some sales this weekend. I know there was some other people that was posting on the group when I was asking about sales, and so we had you put your store in there. The biggest thing that you guys can do to help your sales, especially on eBay, is consistency. What I do, I know it's hard sometimes to list every single day, but you can schedule your listings on eBay. And I'm going to try and do a video showing you how to do that. I schedule between 5 and 10 a day, and I have a little form. Let me get a little bigger bag. I have a little form that I keep track on because I like to physically keep track of things, for those of you who like to do that. And then if I do extras, that's great too. But if I don't do the extras, then I don't. All right, let me grab a little box. So I have these little white boxes, which make it really nice for, just presentation-wise, white is really nice. They are more expensive. We actually use these. My husband was sublimating mugs, and so these are actually mug boxes. But sometimes they double and are perfect for those. And then, of course, here's my little thank you card that you guys know I use all the time. So that is easy for that. And I will put these on the top so I know what it is. Although I'm not going to seal this up, so... All right, so that's the Luminous Air, about $50 profit on those right now, as it sits. All right, next, let's see. Oh boy, okay, this is a fun one. So these are some men's pants. They're by JB Britches. For those of you who followed me for a while, you know, quite some time ago, probably, I don't want to say it's a year. I don't think it's quite a year, but I got some lots of unhemmed pants from an auction for very cheap. I mean, I got a lot of them. They were brand new. I think they had cleared out, like, when you go to Nordstrom's and you get things fitted from their tailor. I think their tailor had, I think there must be a couple times, I mean, once a year or two every year. I don't know when. But anyway, somehow this auction house got a hold of all these unhemmed pants that were already marked. They were brand new. Some still had the tags on them, some didn't, but it was clear that they came from a tailor, a professional tailor. And I got a lot of them. And sometimes I paid $4 for a box of 10. Sometimes I paid $10 for a box of, you know, a box of 10 or whatever. Anyway, I averaged everything out, and I just put that it's between $1 and $2 a piece. There was some that I couldn't use, so I had to take those ones out that weren't marked. It's much easier when they still have the tags inside. And so I averaged everything out to about $2 a pair. And I have a lot of them. And I've sold quite a few. I've well made my money back already, so I'm completely into profit. But so these if I put these at $2, they sold for $38.94. The fees were $5.43. And so the profit is $31.51, and I have to do the shipping on them as well. So I will put these into a eBay bag. Now, if these end up weighing more than a pound, I don't think they are, but if they do, then I'll switch them into a flat rate envelope because it's just going to be cheaper to ship them in flat rate envelope if they weigh over a pound, but I don't think that they do. They could be right around the 15-ounce thing. So let me put these into, they're already in the clear plastic bag, so that's fine. And I'm just going to slip it into a poly bag. And I'm going to put my thank you card inside. And then those are ready for shipping. All right, next. Let's see. Okay, so this one is a Poshmark. So these are a pair of sandals. They are Jeffrey Campbell. They are jelly sandals. Yes, if you're from the 80s, they're jellies. But they do have a lot of rhinestones and everything. They were brand new. Guess what? I got them. Yep, you're right. I got them at Last Chance. They cost me $3 whole. They sold for $32. And the fees were $6.40. My profit is $22.60. That is the profit because they're Poshmark. Poshmark has flat rate shipping costs for their customers, and so we already know what the cost is, and I don't have to do anything. They collect it. I don't ever see the shipping cost. All I do is get sent a label. So if you are not using Poshmark and you sell pretty much anything that's under 5 pounds, I would highly suggest starting on Poshmark. If you need a code, let me know. It's a great place for, it's just nice because of the shipping cost. It's like I said, it's a flat rate to the customer. It's all priority shipping. They send you the label. You don't have to worry about it. Now, there is some nuances. There is a lot of, it's very social. You have to do a lot of sharing. I know a lot of people that use Poshmark sharing bots. There's some really cheap ones out there, but it is worth it. to get your closet in order. And I can use any priority shipping method of my choice. I can use all these free boxes. If you are not getting free boxes from USPS, you should be. If you are going to be shipping priority, especially if you're using Poshmark, please, please, please go to the USPS website, set up an account, and you can get all your shipping boxes for free. They're all USPS branded. You can only use them for priority mail. You cannot use them for ground. So I'm going to fill in some space. I don't need to resize anything when it comes to these because, again, it's all going to be under 5 pounds. Let me grab one more piece of paper. Crumple it up. Fill in space. Put in my thank you card. Take off their little thing. Yes, it is pre-pasted. I still tape them for the simple fact, especially in Arizona, the pre-pasted stuff does not always stay. It can open up. It can come undone. So I like to do it over. And then I can just stick, I already have the Poshmark labels because they, like I said, they're pre-done. I don't have to worry about weighing them or anything, so I already know what they are. All right, next we have a hoodie. I just got this not too long ago. I purchased it for $8.99. Can't remember where I got it. I don't think it was Goodwill because that's not the, I would have put that it was 20% off if I would have. It sold for $39.95. The fees were $5.74. The profit is about $25.22, less any shipping. So it's probably going to cost me $7 to ship. So this isn't a huge profit item, but I knew that it would sell because I've actually sold this exact same sweatshirt before. The one I had before was brand new, and I think I sold it for a little over $50. But I figured if I can still get about $16 profit off of it. So that's still good enough for me. If I'm trading $8 for another additional $16 profit plus my $8 back, hey, I'm good with that. Like I said, if I knew that it would sell just because I have sold this exact item before. And you'll come across that sometimes. For those of you that do one-offs and search it, you know, Goodwill's, estate sales, garage sales. Where else do we go? Antique malls. Don't really find a lot of things for resale at the antique places, but sometimes we do, because sometimes there's people going out of business or having a sale, and you can find some really good things there. Okay, so this is that. Let's find a big, okay. So here's a big envelope. I don't get to use these very often. But I'm going to put this one in here because it is pretty large. And I will fold it down. Oh, get my thank you card. Put it in there. Again, these are just big poly bags from eBay that you can get if you have a store. And flatten this out. Put on my little tag on there so I know what it is. Be right back. Putting it over by my shipping area. All right, next. Now this one most of you will remember because this wasn't too long ago. We went to that estate sale and I did a video of a haul that we did with a whole bunch of vintage Disney stuff. And this was one of them. This is actually the 6th piece that I have sold. I paid $217 for about 25 pieces. And this will make $212 profit back that I've already made from, this is the 6th piece. So pretty much after the next one, everything will be 100% profit. So this was $4. It sold for $30.95. My fees were $4.51. My profit on this is $22.94. I do have to pay about $4.95 for shipping, so this one's only going to be about $18. But again, out of all the items, I bought about 25 items. This will make about $212 profit back from my $217. So on my next item, I will be making 100% profit back from everything because everything will have already been paid for. And like I said, yeah. So let's get this one in here. This one is a Bambi embroidery. I still have some that aren't even listed yet, but I have quite a few that are listed as well. And I keep sending offers out. If you guys aren't checking your offers on eBay, make sure you do that like every day. I mean, I do it like twice a day because I get a lot. I usually send out at least, end up sending about at least 20 offers a day. I get a lot of watchers every single day. And every morning when I wake up, I usually have about between 8 and 12. All right, let's put this on here so I don't forget what it is. And we'll move on to the next one. We have about 4 or 5 more things left. I had a really good weekend of sales. Okay, so this I got at, it must have been Goodwill. It was $2.49. It is from Scentsy. It is a Spider-Man Marvel plug-in diffuser. It sold for $21.95. The fees were $3.33. Profit is about $16.13 minus any shipping. So I'm probably only going to make about $12 off it. But at $2.49, I mean, I'll give you, if you want to trade a $2 bill for a $10 bill, I'm okay with that. And I haven't had it very long. So let's see what I can put this one in. I think I can put it in one of these size boxes. It's pretty small. Oh, I didn't use the paper tape. This one was just sitting right next to me, so I didn't even think about it. All right, I'm gonna grab a little bag for it. Put it in there. I don't need to bubble wrap this one or anything because it is literally a box and it's got, see, this is, look what happened already. Look at, this is why I don't like to use this regular clear tape sometimes. It does pop off. All right. So that just fits perfect in there. So I'm going to just put my thank you card in there. You know, I am missing the paper tape on the top. Oop, that was a little bit short. Okay, I'm going to need to put another piece on there. Go a little bit longer this time. There we go. All right. And that's really light, so that's going to be less than a pound. All right, this one I've had a while. This one is a Disney t-shirt. It's from Run Disney, so people who do marathons and things like that. So this is a Run Disney. It's a very stretchy shirt. I paid $2 for it at a garage sale. Oh, I know exactly which garage sale that came from, too. It sold for $19.95. My fees were $3.04. My profit is about $15 minus any shipping. So, but again, this is going to be like $4 to ship, $4.95, $4.79 or so to ship. So it's very lightweight. So it's still decent, but I have had this one a while. Sometimes when you have them, you just gotta go, you know what? I'm not worried about the profit at this point. I need the space. That is too small of a bag, Marie. Next size. I had somebody ask me where I got my cabinets and stuff. These are all from IKEA, and they're all just pieced together. So these things on the side, oh, these aren't Alex's. I can't remember what these ones are called. But then I have the slide-out drawers for all of them. And I just put the different size envelopes into each one. It's very nice. So there's the Run Disney shirt. This one's a cool one. Again, if you guys have been following me a while, last year when I first started doing, I wasn't really doing clothing until this stuff came along. There was a lady who, she had passed away and her family was selling everything out of her storage units. And apparently she was somebody who really, really, really loved QVC. and she bought multiples. And we were lucky enough to get on the first auction that they had, and people didn't really know. And it just said box of clothes is all it said. And it had a big they opened up the top of the box. They took a picture of the top. You had no idea how big the box was. And I got boxes of this stuff for between $6 and $10. I don't think I paid more than like $10, 10, maybe 15 for a whole box. And I get there, and some of them are like wardrobe boxes full of brand new, unused, still with tags, QVC vintage clothing, all from like the 90s, early 2000s, but mostly 90s, maybe even late 80s. And they're fully embroidered. Like, look at this one. This one's beautiful. It's silver embroidery and everything. Still has tags on them. And we got boxes and boxes. I had 2 carloads. It took a couple hours for us to bring them in here. But man, we were so excited about that. And then the next time they had the auction, there was a few more boxes. And people by then, the people who got them knew what they were. And then they went up for like $60 to $80 for a box. So I was really lucky to get as much as I did when I did. And so this one is Bob Mackie. When we average out the cost of goods, it's about 50 cents a piece is what they were. This one sold for $41.95. We've already made our money back on this lot that I got. So this is all profit. $41.95. The fees were $7.26. That includes a 3% promoted fee, and the profit's about $34 minus shipping. So that's where we're at with those. Oh, let me get a nice bag here again. So yeah, it was, that's like some of those things. It just doesn't happen that often. And we really didn't know. I really was getting them for my husband. And then when I started opening it, I didn't realize, 1, how much there was, and 2, what they were. So that's when my daughter and myself, we all started doing clothing. And now we haven't stopped because it's just, there's so much profit in it. It's so much easier to find than some of the other stuff. There's always, when you go to the Goodwill and they have even their $2 days, there's always clothing with the $2 tags. They hardly ever, it's really difficult to find, unless you find some of those really overpriced things for hard goods. It's much harder to find the hard goods because it's like a 6-week rotation. And so if they still have it after that time, they've usually either already pulled it or it's because it's there because it was overpriced to begin with, which we like finding those ones too. I love finding things you go in and you're like looking at something and they've got $49 on a pair of jeans and you're like, yep, see you on $2 day. It happens. I got a really cool picture last week or the week before at a Goodwill. They had it priced at $129 and nobody bought it. And I got it for $2. And it's from Z Galleries. If you guys ever know what that is, you should look it up. They usually have, their stuff is pretty spendy, but it's usually really nice. And this one was made with real feathers and it's pink. It's really pretty. And it's in a clear acrylic frame and it has the Z Galleries on the back. And yep, I paid $2 for it. All right. I have 2 things left. So I have these that I also sold on eBay. These are a pair of Uggs. Yes, those are Uggs. I know, I'll say ugly. Weird. They're weird. They're very lightweight. They're clogs. I paid $4.59 for them at Last Chance. And they sold for $33.94. The fees were $4.59. The profit is $24.76 minus any shipping. Should only be about $7 or $8 to ship these. So I'll probably get about $16 to $18 profit on these. So let me grab a box. These will fit in. I don't think I need to go that big. I think I can use a 10 by 8 by 6. Should be just fine. Let's see if those will fit. Oh, maybe not. I think it's one that's 12. What do I have that's 12 up here? I have a 12 by 6 by 6. I don't think that will fit though. Here's a 12 by 10 by 8. Or I could use the 14. That's pretty big, but okay, I think this will work. This will be fine. Let me see if I have any over here. I have behind me. Oh, you know what? There we go. Behind me, I have a rack that just has, you know how you collect boxes, right? Everybody collects boxes here, right? When you get Amazon or you just see a really good box and you'll be like, that's a good box. I'm going to keep that. That's what this one behind me is. So they're not branded or anything. They're just nice boxes that I said, I could probably use those. I only have one more after this, guys, so hang with me. You'll like it. It's a good one. So yes, I wrap each shoe individually first. Again, do I have to? These are obviously not going to break. They're not even going to get wet. But for me, it's all about presentation. I think it's just like anything else. If they get them really good, even if there's a minor flaw, which these ones I think are good, but they tend to overlook it because you cared, or if they're messaging you, at least they're nice about it. I have had a few rude people. There are some people you're just never going to please. There's always going to be those ones that you're going to get, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I was so nice to them, and they're being so mean. There's just some people that are just not nice. That's the only thing I can say about it. You're not going to please 100% of the people 100% of the time. So don't get down on yourself if that happens. You do your best and move on. All right, so there we go. Ended up using, what size box is this? This is a 12 by 9 by 4. I actually like this size box. This is pretty good. All right, and then the last one that I have is another Poshmark one. These just sold yesterday. These are Nautica men's boots. They are brand new. Guess where I got them? Last chance, $4, guys. I paid $4 for these. And they sold for $35. The fees were $7, so I made $24. I know it's not huge, but for $4, if I give you $4 and you give me 20 back, I'm good with that. So, actually 24 back. So anyway, because of profit. But, okay, well, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and get these packaged up. I hope you guys have a great day. If you have any questions, please comment below. Feel free to message me. Do whatever you need to do. I'm here for you. And I will talk with you soon. Bye, everyone.